Hello and welcome to yet another episode of OneTake. We are still in a somber mood in the backdrop of the Pahalgam attack. The entire country is asking that when will India retaliate against Pakistan? But it's the opposition parties also which are asking a similar question.
मैं नहीं समझता हूँ कि ये चीज़ें हो सकती हैं जब तक कोई इनका साथ नहीं देगा।
पाकिस्तान इन चीज़ों को रोकना ज़रूरी है। पाकिस्तान ये समझना ज़रूरी है कि आप किस देश के खिलाफ ये कार्रवाई कर रहे हैं।
But what really stands out is the fact that there are many comments coming in from the opposition, but I would say more particularly from the Congress party, which are considered unsavory in nature.
हालांकि प्रधानमंत्री आए 24 तारीख को वापस और बिहार में चुनावी भाषण देने के लिए चले।
पूरा देश आज सरकार की तरफ देख रहा है, सरकार के साथ है। सरकार क्या कर रही है, आज तक कोई इसका सुराग नहीं मिला है।
उरी, पठानकोट और आपका पहलगाम, पुलवामा में आतंकवादी मार करते चले तो गए, पकड़ लिया क्या?
So therefore I ask you this question this week, is the opposition party, particularly the Congress, weakening the fight of the Modi government against Pakistan? Before I give my view, I'm just going to place the facts before you. Remember the last time round the Balakot airstrikes happened? It was a huge blow for the Congress party because they were hoping to make a comeback after the Pulwama attack, but they haven't ever. But what hurt the Congress chances repeatedly was the comments which would come in from the Congress leaders.
उन्होंने आईडी देखकर उसके बाद उन्होंने चुना किनको उन्होंने मारना है या छोड़ना है, वो कहाँ से होता है? क्योंकि उनको सोच है कि मुसलमानों को दबाया जा रहा है.
From questioning the surgical strikes to questioning whether the government had even achieved anything, all of them sounded like a political party which seemed to be defending Pakistan and also emboldened them. It's come back to haunt them repeatedly. There was an internal note of the Congress party which suggested that this wrong, lopsided attitude and response from the Congress has been its undoing. Now, having lost elections, you would think a lesson would be learned, but it was not. And it hasn't been. And which is why I am saying that yes, I think the Congress party is weakening the fight of the Modi government.
आज सरकार की जो क्षमता है, जो कॉम्पिटेंसी है, उस पे क्वेश्चन खड़े हो गए।
कब आतंकवादियों को सफाया होगा, कब आतंकवाद को बढ़ावा देने वाले लोगों को सफाया करेंगे?
But let's talk about present times. It was all hell broke loose when that Gaia poster was put out by the Congress, which showed the Prime Minister or someone like him minus the head. It was released 24 hours after you saw the Pakistan High Commissioners in London during a protest against Pahalgam terror, gesturing towards all the protesters as slitting the throat. They were taunting us, they were taunting the Indian grief, and there was a huge outrage. 24 hours later, the Gaia poster went Gaia, but not without making the point that the Congress party, in its obsession with attacking the Prime Minister, has compromised our country's national interest and security. It didn't just stop at that. Several other comments came out. For example, Gundu Rao, he started questioning the surgical strikes.
Pulwama helped him in his Lok Sabha election. Godhra helped him in his Gujarat election. Now this he's using for his Bihar election. You should think of the country first, no?
In fact, he also suggested that this attack took place which would help the BJP electorally because there are elections coming up in Bihar and many more elections in 2026. But apart from that, there have been many other points which have been made by Congress leaders which has been considered to be something which has hurt the Indian cause. Now look at the second CWC meeting. It was preceded by 2 gag orders. It was also preceded by an advisory in the backdrop of that entire Gaia poster. And that advisory was retweeted by none less than Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. And that is because the Gandhi family were very angry with this kind of a poster. A little bit too late. But again, you thought a lesson would be learned, but it was not. Because the former Punjab Chief Minister, present Punjab MP Charanjit Singh Channi sat at the press conference flanked by Sir Jairam Ramesh, and over there he started making fun and questioning the surgical strike.
हमारे देश में आकर कोई बम गिरे पता नहीं चलेगा। कहते जी पाकिस्तान में हमने सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक किए थे, कोई कुछ नहीं हुआ, कहीं नहीं दिखे सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक, किसी को नहीं पता चला।
All hell broke loose. Rahul Gandhi was once again angry, and the anger resulted in multiple retractions from Channi. But now you look at Ajay Rai. He holds a replica of the Rafale. He taunts the government asking action kab loge.
ये मैंने नहीं बांधा, ये रक्षा मंत्री, ये भारत सरकार ने बांध के खड़ा किया हुआ नींबू मिर्च। जो लाए हैं उसका उपयोग कब होगा? कब आतंकवादियों को सफाया होगा? कब आतंकवाद को बढ़ावा देने वाले लोगों को सफाया करेंगे?
We all know as political experts or political reporters and even as Indian citizens and in life generally, combats are never done up after announcing. There's always an element of surprise. You take your enemy by surprise. Or revenge is a dish best had cold. You wait for the right moment. I think by now it's very clear that the government wants to take a strong action, and therefore all permutation combinations are being debated and discussed. I mean, every other day you have an Air Force chief, a Navy chief, defense secretary, the defense minister, top leaders of the government, ministers meeting the prime minister. They're not going there to have only chai and biscuit. They're discussing something which is very serious. What action to take against Pakistan and when? Because we want minimum casualties, maximum preparedness, the world to be by our side, which they are, and of course, shock and unnerve Pakistan. Every day Pakistanis are talking about abhi attack hoga, tabhi attack hoga. But we are not doing it because they want it or they are expecting it. We are doing it when we will want to do it. And this element of surprise and standing together is what is the biggest challenge for a political class today. So when someone like an Ajay Rai starts taunting, when a Gaya poster is put out, you know who's smiling? It's the Pakistanis. Incidentally, both the Gaya poster and Ajay Rai's comments have been played up majorly on Pakistan media. That is because they are laughing at us. They are saying India doesn't have the wherewithal or the courage to retaliate, and ये सिर्फ हवा में बातें कर रहे हैं. And also they're telling the world and their supporters that if people within the country are not having any faith in the government and they are raising questions about the government and the Pahalgam attack, why are you accusing us? Why are you expecting that we should take the responsibility or the blame? And this is where the problem arises. There are times when sometimes you have to forget your political differences. There are times when you make a promise that we are going to stand by the government no matter what action, and you have to mean it. I'm sorry if a Rahul Gandhi or a Mr. Kharge say that, we are going to stand up with the government, they also have to show it. Is it a case of good cop, bad cop? They standing by the government, but they are allowing the leaders to get away consistently. And that is why I go back to from where I began. Isn't the opposition weakening the Modi government? Of course it is. Because if a Pakistani channel is airing views of, say, an Ajay Rai, showing the Gaya poster, they're doing it for a reason. They're doing it to show to their people and to the world opinion, which is turning against them, that look, their own people are questioning the Modi government. So don't blame us. There is no credibility in the claims being made by the Modi government. That's one weakening. Second, this is a time where we have to show the world and to Pakistan, we may have ideological differences, but all political parties stand together. This is a time when you make the hands of the Prime Minister and his government strong. And by not doing so, because time for politics comes later. But if you're not doing so, and if you're taking repeated taunt, कि action कब होगा, why is it not happening? While the government is making sure that whenever that action takes place, we are in an advantage position, you're actually emboldening Pakistan and you're weakening the Modi government. Do give in your reactions on the social media timeline, and mind you, this is not the first time. Every time the government has faced a challenge, there is this criticism of the Congress party that they have gone ahead to weaken them. When the Prime Minister is travelling abroad, caustic comments here. Or when Rahul Gandhi as LOP goes abroad and makes a comment, again that emboldens our enemies across the border. And therefore, every time the BJP accuses the Congress party of weakening the government when it needs to support the maximum. And what is interesting is it's not just a Congress party, it is actually only the Congress party. Most of the other India bloc parties are very reticent, they are being very mellow and careful with the words, especially the Trinamool Congress. Therefore, please give in your reaction on the social media timeline. Is the opposition party weakening the Modi government? Is it making it difficult for the Modi government to take action against Pakistan? Thank you so much for watching.